Meeting call to order. I'd like to say good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
And I would like to acknowledge our elected officials, Alderman Woman Hall. Now we have our roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Here.
Mr. West?
Here.
Dr. Buck? Here. Mrs. Ware? Here. Mr. James?
Here. All present. Adoption of the agenda. We change a few things on the agenda.
Mr. James, members of the board, I would like to add a brief presentation by Volker, Representative Marco Gonzalez.
5.1.
Yes.
And everything else moved 5.2.
Yes, sir.
5.4.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Anything in it?
For motion, we would adopt the agenda with the necessary amendment.
Second.
It's been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That passes 5-0. Okay, 5. We will have now public comment. Do we have any?
No.
No. Okay, you get it. All right. Now we have our 5.1. We ready?
I don't really need a podium for this one. So, I guess if y'all want to televised. Y'all still zooming me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
It should be.
okay. Well, thank you to the superintendent. All I was really doing is just coming by, coming to see y'all real quick. I didn't know I'd get a moment to talk, but y'all know I like to take 30 minutes up here, so I will not do that for all these wonderful kids that are in here, but from the bottom of our heart, I just wanted to say thank y'all. I know that we finished the school program and then we went through all the ESSER stuff, and I know Keith is still kind of running around and taking care of, pushing the contractor still to finish and punch those things and making sure all your ESSER stuff is done, but Jesse's here with me. I know we were here from the beginning, and sincerely, it has been a true pleasure working with y'all, and I appreciate that y'all gave us your trust, gave us the responsibility to take care of your schools, and I really hope that everything is going well. I'm very happy with the way that the schools look, and I've just got to say, working with y'all has been it's been an honor. I appreciate too that motion today was probably the fastest motion I had approved the entire time I was working with y'all, so I appreciate that. I finally have learned how to do it around here. But to y'all, to all the staff who has worked with us, I know I worked a lot with Mr. Bird, several other of your staff members, your principals and stuff. It's been a true honor and a pleasure to work with y'all. If y'all ever have anything in the future, we're happy to come back, or if you just need someone to come by, hey, I want to run a couple of ideas by you, I'm always available to come do that. So, but thank y'all. Jesse, do you have anything you want to say real quick? So.
I promise I won't be as long as Marco, but I would just like to say thank you to all of y'all. I think I was with y'all from the very beginning, before anything started moving. I was here, and this board has been the same from day one up until today. And I couldn't ask for a better group of people to work with than this board. And I just hope that you all appreciate your building as much as we appreciate building it for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
5.2, kindergarten presentation. Okay,
Mr. James, member of the board, Ms. McDonald. One of the goals of Natchez-Adams School District is to increase student achievement. But in order to increase student achievement, it has to have a solid foundation. And that foundation starts with pre-K and K. So today we wanted to showcase what goes on in our kindergarten classes every day. We put together a kindergarten book of every semblance of every classroom, their handwriting, this way they write, the way they draw. This is how they learn.
Thank you.
This is how the foundation starts. After that, Ms. Clark will come and just give you a 2-minute overview of the data that you have there. And the data is going to show where they were when they came to us in August and where they are now. We're proud to say we're making moves. After that, we have 2 kindergarten teachers. Ms. Gaines and Ms. Mann, who brought along some students, just to show you what happens in every kindergarten class every day. And we're building foundations for when they keep moving up that ladder, up those grades, they're gonna have a solid one to build on. So without further ado, Ms. Clark, you can share the data. Bye.
All right, good afternoon. I have our kindergarten end of the year data, start early. At the beginning of the school year, our kindergarten students had a 536 scale score, which did meet our beginning of the year scale score of 530. At our spring data, they increased to 730 scale score, so they exceeded the 681 plus score for start early. Grade equivalency in the fall was a 0.3, that's 3 months. In the spring, we are at first grade, 0.5, so first grade and a half months, so that's our average for kindergarten. In that pie chart, what I did, I separated the grade equivalency numbers, so we have 76% that are first grade and above level. We have 9% that were a 0.7 to a 0.9, and 15% that were below a 0.7%. So what that tells us is that we have 85% of our kindergartners ready for first grade.
Ms. McDonald, members of the board, we are proud at West Elementary. We are proud of our students at West Elementary, and we are let them they're going to come in their own way. We have our students, and if you missed our pre-kindergarten graduation this morning, you truly missed a treat, because those students are ready for kindergarten. And now, like Ms. Clark just said, 85% of our kindergarten students are ready for first grade. So they can come in their own way.
Officer Davis.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Felicia Mann. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Susie West. My right-hand woman was gracious enough to join us and come today. I don't do anything without running it by her first. And as in our classroom, we're really stressed. It's not enough to teach children to be thinkers, but we want them to be leaders. And we have brought a few of our leaders down to our classroom. I have children who can read as high as a 3.7, that's third grade, 7th month. So we kind of did a mid-level book, which is a second grade reading level. So we're going to read just a short little passage that is coming out of a second grade book. They have taken, come on, y'all want to see there this way. I think they're, come on. Crouch down. You can come back some more. I'm read loud.
Ruby's Perfect Day by Susan Hill. The sun moves higher in the sky. Ruby walks to the top of the hill. This is a perfect day, said Ruby. A perfect day for a road down the hill.
All right.
Okay, thank you all for giving us just a few minutes of your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Good afternoon or good evening. My name is Sherry Gaines from West Elementary School. My beautiful assistant, Mrs. Charnice Ware, and my beautiful students, Amir, Gabrion, Harlow, Riley, and Kim. We're just gonna share just a few of the things that we have learned in our kindergarten class this year. I know it's so much that we have learned, but we're going to just share just a few things that we have learned this year. All right, boys and girls, let's read the anchor chart. Let's see what it says.
I can read sentences with A comes in E, I comes in N, and blends.
Very good. All right, let's read the first sentence.
Jake and Blake will ride the and slide on the bike.
Who will ride and slide on the bike?
Jake and Blake.
So when we read, what we say? We read what we see
And comprehend what we read.
Very good. Read what you see and comprehend what you read. Very good. What will Jake and Blake do, Kenley?
They will ride.
Say it loud. They will ride and slide. Where? On what, Harlow?
On the bike.
On the bike. Did it say on the sled?
No!
On the bike. Very good. Next sentence. Let's read.
Gray and Brown are twins in my men's classroom.
Very good. Amir, tell me about this word classroom.
It's two words put together to make a compound word.
Oh, all right. Two words put together. What is that?
Compound word.
It's a compound word. Very good. Rylan, what do you notice about these two words right here?
They have the same beginning sound. The blend.
Very good. What does that mean? Blend, boys and girls?
Brr.
Very good. All right. Yes, your hand. Which?
Huge is an adjective.
Huge is an adjective. Very good because it describes what?
The classroom.
It describes the classroom. All right. Who can tell me what type of sentence is that? Come on.
It's a telling sentence.
It's a telling sentence. How do you know?
Because the period.
The period is at the end. Very good. Next sentence.
Why are the little children running down the sidewalk?
What type of sentence is that, Gabby?
An accent sentence.
It's an asking sentence. How do you know?
Because it got the question.
It has a question mark at the end.
And it
So
say why.
it says why. What type of word is that?
Question word.
It's a question word. Very good. Tell me about this word right here. What
It's
is that?
two words. It got the ing.
It has ing at the end. And what is the rule?
Double consonant at the ing.
Very good. On a one syllable, short vowel word. Very good. Quickly, we talked about compound words. Let's read these compound words.
Wishbone, doorstop, handshake, mailbox, workbook, popcorn, sunflower, firewood.
Give yourselves a great big hand. I gave you some kindergarten words and some things. Those kindergarten words are too easy. We want some big words. So I Googled, and I pulled some 6th, 7th, and 8th grade words from the word list. Now,
Premeditate.
okay. Come on. Read it.
Situation.
All right.
Restoration. Comprehend. Comprehend.
That's it.
Talented.
All right. Tell me about that.
It got the ed already passed.
So what does that mean?
Past tense.
That word is past tense. Good job.
Faithfulness.
Good.
Remarkable. Useful. Enormous.
Enrollment. Good job. And last one.
Commitment.
Commitment. Give yourself a great big hand. Go on and on and on. And thank you all so much for having us.
Thank you.
And this is just some of the things that we have been learning at West Elementary. You all did a great job, great job.
Come on, mommy.
So we just want to say thanks to Mrs. Gaines and Mrs. Wells for the colleagues. Awesome job that they do every day. This is not just a show for today. This is every day.
Thank you, Miss Claire.
By Miss Gaines.
Huh? I'm just gonna sit it outside.
They might be outside.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Morgan.
Just put it over there by, Ms. Wang's office.
This is outstanding. They were at the Board of Aldermen this morning. Outstanding.
Oh, they were?
I watched the video.
Oh, good.
Good.
This game is like
Oh,
outstanding.
good.
I like the lady, because you can tell from where she must have just put some out there. They wasn't nothing that they rehearsed.
Oh, no.
They had to read
That
it
wasn't
right.
canned.
Like cleared out then?
Yeah.
Okay. The field, 5.3.
This is God.
Like they get on the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
So we're very, very excited about the foundation that Kinder is building. Understanding that the goal is the stronger readers we have, the better our results and outcomes for students when they get to the third grade. So we're just excited about what that is going to look like. We brought to the board last year a policy revision that required that students were reading at a certain grade equivalency. We have a large percentage of our students who met their grade equivalency targets. We do have some students who have not met their target. In talking with the district team, we are going to revisit that policy because we know the impact of retaining children kinder through second grade, and then when they get to the third grade, possibly being retained again, then that puts them 2 grade levels behind. And so what we are working on starting this summer is we want to put really strong supports around those students K through 2. So if your child is not reading at the 1.5 level, at first grade, they spend the month of June with us in smaller groups so that we can provide them that intensive support with the goal to help them to make progress each year so that we are sending more children into third grade to pay for the third grade.
All right. 5.3.
Waiting on my key.
Can we come back to 5.3?
5.4.
Mr. James and members of the board, thanks to your vision and your approval, we were able to recommend Mr. Ernest Tony Fields for participation in the Prospective Superintendent's Leadership Academy. That is a very highly sought after academy.
Oh, yeah.
Districts make recommendations. However, the Mississippi School Board Association and their leadership team, they make the approval. So they make the selections of the candidates across the state who are accepted into that program. And so it is with great pleasure that Mr. Fields was selected to be a member of this year's cohort of the Prospective Superintendent's Leadership Academy. So on today, I would like to present to Mr. Fields his certificate of completion of the Mississippi Prospective Superintendent's Leadership Academy, presented by Dr. Dolores McNair and Dr. Denotis Jackson on April 17, 2025. I didn't know that's why he was so dressed up today. He has been so excited about this class. He was not in his way.
One, two, three. You look good.
The day we had homecoming, Mr. Fields was in class. But I worried until he made his way to Natchez. He was not in his class.
Tony, is that your first certificate?
I do want to thank you all for recommending that I go. I'm so glad I was accepted. It was some of the best professional development that I have been part of. And they talked a lot about superintendent and board relationships. So it made me appreciate you all more because of the way that we conduct business here in the Natchez-Adams School District. We had to look at some other districts, and I'll just leave it at that. It made me appreciate you all more. So thank you again. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Tony. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we can go back to 5.2.
And me,
Yes.
okay.
It's one person.
One person.
Mr. James, members of the board, we want to at this time recognize an outstanding student athlete, Markeith Thompson, better known as Keto. Markeith started the outdoor track and field season on February 15th and the season ended on May 3rd. He was undefeated in the 110 meter hurdles and the 300 meter hurdles. He set a new Mississippi record in the 110 meter hurdle with a time of 13.50 seconds and as the #1 time in both the 110 meter and the 300 meter in the entire state.
Yes.
For each of the meets that the school competed in, he was both the most valuable person and elite performer. He's been invited to the Brooks PR Invitational. The Brooks PR Invitational is an invitation-only event that brings together the fastest of the fastest from the track season. Also, Markeith has also set a new Class 5A state record with a time of 13.8 at the state meet on May 3rd. And so at this time, I want to present to you Mr. Markeith Keto Thompson.
And he is his own best publicist.
Yeah, he won't give me a chance to post it. Share this story. Markeith, we do want to give you a plaque. Honors Markeith Thompson in recognition of your outstanding accomplishments as a record-setting track and field athlete. Your dedication, discipline, and drive have etched your name into the history of Bulldog athletics. You have inspired future generations to dream big, run hard, and never stop striving for excellence. A champion on the track, a legacy in our hearts. Presented with pride and gratitude, May 13th, 2025. As McDonald, Superintendent, Amos James, Board President.
Not only is Markeith outstanding on the track, he's also outstanding in the classroom. And he is an upcoming honor graduate of Natchez Early College and Copiah Lincoln Community. Yes. Markeith, this is Mr. James. You broke his son's record.
13. Yeah, 2013. He was the state man. Okay.
Markeith. Sir. Would you please teach Tony how to run?
There were some other members of the track team. We spoke with the track coaches earlier today. Unfortunately, we were not able to accommodate that entire track team on today, but we are going to work to recognize the middle school group who won state.
Their Southern Region Championship.
Southern Region. And we'll also host our spring sports athletic banquet where they'll be recognized as well.
All right. Approval of minutes for April the 15th, 2025 budget meeting minutes, April the 15th, 2025 regular meeting minutes, and May 8th, 2025 budget meeting minutes. Can I get approval?
I move that we approve the minutes for April 15th, for both of those on April 15th and the May 8th budget meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Item number 7, approval of consent item. Can I get approval?
So moved. Second.
Been moved and second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Action item number 8.1.
Mr. James, members of the board, action item 8.1, Ms. Tennessee was not able to be with us this afternoon, but it is the recommendation that the board approves the personnel items that are provided.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 8.2.
Let me go back to before 8.2, Mr. James, members of the board, one of the items that was included in the board, in the personnel packet was a recommendation for a principal for, an interim principal for the 25-26 school year. And so I'd like to introduce that principal to you all today. That's Ms. Tamitha Miller.
Hello, how are you all doing?
Ms. Miller comes with a wealth of experience. She is local. She's a hometown person. Went through 2 rounds of interviews, including district leadership and members of our faculty, because we think it's very important that teachers have a voice in the selection of, the next principal. And so Ms. Miller was selected. We are excited to work with her, make certain that we provide those wraparound supports to her to make certain that McLaurin continues to climb as we know that they have traditionally.
So this is at McLaurin?
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Happy to be aboard.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. Mr. Byrd?
All right, good afternoon. Again, ladies and gentlemen on board, superintendent, legal counsel, you have 8.2 in front of you, which is approval of the claim documents and acceptance of the financial reports. Within your bios, you will also have seen the claim document that was dated April 11th and the 25th. Additionally, the April 25 financial reports, April 25 financial reports and budget documents were included as well for review. If there aren't any questions with the superintendent's recommendation that we approve the claim documents and accept the required financial report.
I so move.
Second.
Been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That passes 5-0. 8.3. Dr. Martin.
Mr. James, member of the board, Ms. McDonald. Agenda item 8.3 is approval to offer extended school year for kindergarten to 6th grade students and exceptional students. As Ms. McDonald has already alluded to, this program will be held during the month of June. It will be funded by federal funds as well as funds with IDA funds. It is the recommendation of the Board of Education to approve this request for extended school year for kindergarten to 6th grade students and exceptional students during the summer month of June, 2025.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That passes 5-0. 8.4.
Okay, Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald, agenda item 8.4 is a request for approval to purchase a subscription to Blue Sky, which is an internet access program for ACCS. The access will allow students to seamlessly access online curriculum, calendars, and classes, which are used in grades pre-K and in grades K through 12. The funding source, as you can see, is federal funding. The cost is listed there for your review, and it is the recommendation that the NASD Board of Education approve the request for the wireless platform that monitors internet security.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That passes 5-0. 8.5.
Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald. As Agenda item 8.5 is a request for ACCS to purchase a social emotional learning wellness program for their students. Again, this program will be paid for with federal funds, and you can see the amount that it will cost to fund this program. It is the recommendation of the superintendent to request for SEL services and ACCS.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.6.
Item 8.6 is an approval of board policy. This is for special services and it deals with our procurement process for SPED. How the process that we use in order to allocate funds and invoice those funds. And so, under the guidance of the Mississippi Department of Education, there were some revisions that we need to make to those policies to make certain that we include federal and SPED funds, those designations in that language. And so it's the recommendation that the board approves that revision to this policy.
So moved.
So we couldn't just say federal funds, we had to say federal and SPED funds.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.7.
Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you the 2025-2026 Natchez Middle School basketball schedule. Is seeking approval.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That passes 5-0. 8.8.
8.8, Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you the 25-26 Natchez Middle School football schedule.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 8.9.
Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you use of facility request from the Special Olympics to use McLaurin Gym. Deputy Productions LLC, I would like to use the NHS football field, locker room, and concession stand.
What is Deputy Productions?
Movie production company.
Okay.
Natchez High School Golden Flasher flag team to use the NHS school gym for camp, and also the Natchez High School Gold and Blue dance team.
What is the name of this, when you say deputy, what's the name of the film?
The working title is The Deputy.
Uh-huh.
It's basically about a small town deputy that's new on the force and tasked to watch a crime scene and doesn't watch it that closely.
Okay.
And then the story unravels and adventure ensues.
About how much?
We'll probably be on campus maybe 6 to 8 hours. It'll be after dark. We'll start at probably 8 p.m. We'll start inside the field house, and then we'll move around the back side of those bleachers and film just on the outside of the football stadium fence line. And that's pretty much it. It just takes a long time to get some pieces where they take talking, just like you've got 2 cameras set up to get different camera angles, and we have to do that multiple times. And but it'll be after dark, probably until the wee hours of the morning, maybe 4 a.m.
Oh, that's too bad the students can't be around to watch, you know?
It's really boring to watch.
So
From beginning to end, what kind of time frame are we talking about for the completion of the movie?
We'll probably start showing up about 7 p.m. and I will leave campus probably about 4:30 a.m.
No, I'm talking about the completion of.
Oh, the completion of the film. The production got here 2 weeks ago. We started filming last night at 4 p.m. My head at the pillow at 6 a.m. And we'll film for 3 weeks total, total of 18 days.
Yes, sir.
moved.
In and out like lightning.
Second.
Sounds great, yeah.
Yeah.
All in favor? Lead one team.
In meeting with them and talking to them, really excited about it. So, thank you.
Right.
8.10, Mr. James, members of the board seeking approval for out-of-state and overnight travel for the Natchez Middle School TSA. Fallon FCCLA. TSA will go to Nashville. FCCLA National Competition in Orlando. And Natchez High School Cheer Camp in Baton Rouge. And also Natchez Middle School Cheer Camp in Baton Rouge.
And no cost, and no cost, period. Cost.
There will be costs.
Are we paying for all of this, I'm just asking.
Well, it said
No.
it cost the students zero, so I'm asking.
So it's a combination of fundraisers, and if the fundraisers, Mr. Moore, help me out with TSA, I think they do all have the funds, right?
Yes, ma'am, I think they do.
Yeah, no cost.
They're close
You
to
say you think they
the
do?
FCCLA. With a certain degree of certainty. Well,
Cheer camp, they are working, you've approved, the use of the gym in, early in the summer months, so that's part of their, fundraising.
The fundraiser goes up.
This is a little different, I wanna ask this question. The Beta Club, I know we approved some travel for them.
That's gonna be a part of my updates, yes, sir.
It's my understanding that some of them are not going because of lack of financial support.
Yes, sir.
So you're gonna bring that
Yes,
to
sir.
us later.
Yes, sir.
That's street talk, I'm just.
Yes, sir.
Streets be long.
It's been moving something. All you gotta do is say, pay 4 zeros. Hey, it's paying 5 zeros.
She must have some words. Thank you.
Item number 9.
I'll leave it tomorrow.
Board calendar.
Okay.
Anything on the board calendar need to be changed, added. Give the secretary, change it.
Mr. James, at some point, we need to identify, board retreat. Board
Right.
retreat dates. So if you come up with some,
Board
just,
retreat day.
just present some suggestions to Ms. Davis, and we'll work
In
to
June.
schedule in the month of June.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it before Father's Day, if possible.
Okay.
Before Father's Day.
Before Father's Day.
Okay.
I mean, that was personally, we made that request.
Right.
My son is trying to get me to come over.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. And whatever dates, is good.
We'll make a suggestion of some dates, yes.
Okay.
2 or 3 days. Okay, superintendent update.
Just a few updates. I hope that you had an opportunity to review the updates that I sent last week. We would like to thank Officer Davis for his diligence. We have finally completed the gate project at McLaurin.
Yes.
So if you'll go through now, we have the automatic gates at McLaurin. It's been a long time, but he has remained dedicated to that task. We do have a major leak at McLaurin in the very front of the school, but it is under the concrete and at the walkway into the school. And so we have been working to not complete that work because testing was going on. So we didn't want any further interruptions because we had enough glitches, technology glitches, but we didn't want any further interruptions. So working with Mr. Fields and that maintenance team, we will work to address that major leak. The bathroom renovations at the elementary schools are near completion. We have received a certificate of substantial completion from the architect. They are currently working on punch list items and hopefully will be completed by the time school closes. So if you would like to visit the schools to see those renovations, please just let us know or know that you're welcome to go to the schools to visit. Mr. West did allude to the beta clubs. There are there are 6 units, 6 beta club units that were approved to attend the national conference in Orlando, Florida. It is very costly, as you all are aware, and so we have been working with those sponsors to try to secure funds for the trip through fundraisers and through parent donations. McLaurin, Morgantown, and middle school were working to go together in order to decrease costs to each of those units. However, McLaurin has not been able to secure all of the money to pay for their portion of the trip. That trip had an estimated total of $18,000. And so they have just not been able to collect those funds. So at this time, the McLaurin unit is unable to go. We thought that we had a donor. Unfortunately, the donor has backed out on us. And so we just do not have any other options. Morgantown and Morgantown and Natchez Middle School are still working in order to absorb those costs so that their units can attend, and we'll just continue to work with them. I spoke with one of the sponsors this morning. I'll have to follow up with her regarding the McLaurin units. I will say that there was some concerns communicated by parents. Parents were required to pay $600 per child, but also there was a $95 cost per person who was going to attend one of the events at the Beta Conference. $95 was an entrance ticket into the park. That money was paid directly to Beta. Unfortunately, it is non-refundable. So I have had a parent who approached me concerning that amount and asking whether or not the district was going to refund that money. But I had to explain to the parent that money never came to the district, and so we could not assume responsibility for that fund.
The shortage of funds, are we talking about 1,000, 5,000, 15,000?
For that unit,
What would you estimate?
for that unit, $6,000.
Okay.
So is there any way possible the district can assist with that?
No, ma'am. We've even worked with Mrs. Butler to see whether or not we could support them through federal funds. It's not an allowable expense. And so we communicated that to sponsors at the beginning of the year that, you know, this would have to be a building level effort because there just were no funds available. So we are going to have to work with those sponsors starting next school year. There are some changes we have to make. They've been using charter buses to go to the state level, which is expensive.
Right.
We're going to have to change that mode of transportation because if we can start fundraising earlier, use those charter buses for later, then that will help us with our efforts.
So when is this supposed to take place?
If the last week of June, if I'm not mistaken, June 28th to I think July 1st.
Yes.
But I hope they get their funds so all of them can go.
Thank you for this.
Yeah.
To make them aware from the beginning, giving them enough time so they can put in the necessary effort in order to be able to help supplement these kinds of trips.
Yes. So they've been fundraising, but can you imagine 8 units all trying to fundraise at the same time in this small community? It just, we can't support it.
Let me ask you another question regarding that repair work in front of Freshman Academy. Is still there? Is there a particular reason it hasn't been rectified?
I think it's just a matter of getting concrete poured at this point. They initially didn't want to pour it in case there was another
Right, that's
break, but yeah, it's just a matter of, yes. We've been working throughout the district. There are a number of holes that we have to have filled, and it's costly. It's costly, but we are working to address them.
Okay. All right, board, school board report, Ms. Doctor.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to commend Mrs. Paula Morrison and Ms. Heather Jackson for the 25 Plus Club event that they had and we attended at Colleen. It was very, very nice, well organized, and they did an excellent job. And of course, as always, I say, everybody, please stay safe.
Right.
Ms. Reynolds, I've already spoken on to give you some applause for your cooperation with the what took place this morning at the school. And I did tell Ms. McDonald that it was really good, so you can't tell them that different. But thank you.
Thank you all.
No comment.
So, you know, Alcorn State University had their commencement this past weekend. And I just want to commend all of the graduates who came from Natchez High and graduated magna cum laude, summa cum laude, and thank you. It was just good seeing all of our former students from Natchez High go through Alcorn and just kill it. And special props to Ernest Tony Fields IV. He has the voice of an angel.
Yeah.
I wonder where he got it from.
His mother.
Thank you.
I just want to say that too. Whenever you all are, anybody, I don't care, just put it out, riding by schools and stuff like that, ride around the schools and make sure no doors open and stuff like that. Me and my grandson been closing gates and doors for a while now. You know, I'll call you out, this gate open, I'll call you, the gate open. So you got to, sometimes these gates and things are left over, it's not doing any good when it, but Maglon, we got it fixed now. I'm glad we got that fixed. That one used to work me to death. But if you see something open like that, make a phone call because it's just easy to get around and take stuff because if you take it, steal it, or destroy it, that's money coming out of our pocket. And I'd like to welcome Miss Miller, right? Going to Maglon.
Yes, sir.
You got a big job going and you already, your beta club. So
She already working in the
she's not here yet, but she will be here next year. Your beta club.
Where are you coming from?
Concordia Parish.
You know the back? What you sent you?
No, we went and got it.
But yeah, you want to really impress us, go to the bank, get that loan for about 18,000.
Yeah.
Get it to the beta club, boy, you'll have my back. But anyway, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right.
Before we wrap up, let me do say, I want to send a kudos to Dr. Hammond and Ms. Clark for a wonderful program this morning. It was wonderful. I heard one person who did not follow instructions. Kudos to Mr. Moore. His team had his awards program and pre-K celebration this week. It was well attended, very well organized. So kudos to Mr. Moore and his staff. Kudos to Ms. Reynolds. I know she had her award ceremony. You know, we were just stretched and couldn't make it to all, but I've heard wonderful things about it. So again, thank you all for the hard work that you have done. Thank you to Officer Davis for handling some of our most challenging children and keeping everyone secure.
All right.
And now you on viral.
I offer motion we adjourn.
Second.
That was one of the things
All in favor?
You better